Oh, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia. Beautiful day. I'm pumped up and ready to go, but no place to go. But here to talk to you. Title of this talk is Surprise Me. You know, where should I start with this? Well, my wife just had a birthday, and I remember saying, well, I gave her a surprise gift. And, so a lot of the gifts, are what we expect, We'd something we need, and we drop a little hint, or we say what we need, and there it is. That's so good. It's useful. It's what we need. But what we really want is a surprise. A surprise, you see. So I always try to have a little surprise when it's my wife's birthday. And, of course, even with your family members. I mean, we all, it's surprise. What's a birthday without a surprise? What's a birthday without a surprise? And that just clicked to me this morning. Is that, because I'm contemplating on the movie Killing Eve, and I'm watching it the second time, and it keeps on giving me surprises. It keeps on giving movies. We love movies because there's a surprise. There's a surprise ending. We watch TikTok and Candid Camera and all this stuff because people are playing pranks and surprising people. You dress up like a fern on the sidewalk, and somebody walks by, and you reach out and going, "Wah!" and the cat's surprised when you stick a cucumber next to it, and the cat goes, "Ah!" We love surprises. We watch them every time because they're real. The surprise is real. The surprise is truth. Not what happens, but the act of surprise is truth. That's the key. The surprise is death of expectations. The surprise is the death of the dream of what life is. The surprise is the death or the break in the plan of what your life is. The surprise is truth. The surprise wakes you up in that moment of whether it's you won the lottery or you just got hit by a truck. It's a surprise. So in the surprise, there's really no difference between death and life. Not what happens after. Of course, after the surprise, if you're shot, you're dead. But the surprise, now this is kind of metaphorical thinking, so don't dig into all that. Well, all that. Just go what's beyond what I'm saying. Just go through the words. Don't get stuck on the words. Go through the words, and you'll have a surprise. We get stuck in the words. We get stuck in the meaning of the words. We get stuck in the expectation of what the words mean. We're not surprised. A fundamentalist is never surprised. So I just realized in Killing Eve is that Eve, or Villanelle, job was to surprise people. She's an assassin, but a creative assassin, an artistic assassin. She would dress up in your environment, come as your hairdresser, come as your postman or whatever. She would dress up in a costume that you would expect to happen, and then suddenly, boom, death, surprise. Horror stories are full of this. Chucky and all of the horror stories, Stephen King and I'm back, surprise. Get into that meaning of surprise. Why do we hate them and why do we love them? Surprise is truth discovered. So truth, where is my, damn it? Surprise, I didn't have my mic on. Surprise! Keeping dementia at bay. One surprise after another. It's and I even have a sign here on my tripod. Mike, Mike, put the mic on. Surprise. Here I am, 86-year-old. Surprise, I'm 86. We love a surprise. Gomer Pyle, surprised. But in the surprise, everything fits. But we have to get to the point here of what killing Eve, again, is metaphorically about the Garden of Eden. What would your life be like before you bit the apple? So Adam and Eve bit the apple. No, you bit the apple. We all bite the apple. What's the apple that we bite? It's the apple of choice. It's the apple. I get to choose my life. I get to choose what's going to happen. I get to choose whether I go this way or that. You got a choice. You got a choice about who you are. Be this, be that. But then life says, surprise! It's totally different. Surprise, you're not what you think you are. Surprise, everything collapses even though you had a high expectation. Surprise, the Twin Towers came down. Surprise, some guy just shot everybody in the Pizza Hut. Surprise. Surprise defeats control. And we think we can control life through choices. I can choose what's going to happen. I got a plan. I got a plan. You got a plan? Yeah, I got a plan. And all plans end in a surprise. All plans end in Zorba. In Zorba, the whole plan collapsed. All plans end in Laurel and Hardy. Their best plans all come to disaster. Surprise. You get the point? Surprise. There's no division in a surprise. There's no choice in a surprise. There's no dream in a surprise. A surprise is real. A surprise is the choiceless choice. When you are surprised, you have no choice, in the sense that you're just real in the moment of surprise, wide open. You see, it's kind of metaphorical in the sense that you're seeing where you are for the first time, as if it were for the first time. In other words, you go over, you lose your keys, car keys, and you keep looking around and around and around, and you look under everything. You look everywhere it could possibly be. My favorite key story is my mother. She was driving, she was still 100 years old driving, lived to be 102. I think she was driving to 101. Lived in a small town. She lost her keys. So I went over to see her. She says, I'm going to have a stroke. I've lost my keys and I can't find it, and I'm just going to, if I don't find these keys, she's always going to have a stroke. If I don't find my keys, they're in the house, I can't find them, I'm going to have a worrying about where the keys. Next time I went over to see her, she was happy. Well, what happened? Well, she said, I just gave it up to God. I said, you find it. And I found myself walking into the bedroom. I didn't know why. I was just walking into the bedroom, and I don't know why, but I stuck my hand in my sweater pocket. And there were the keys. Surprise! So anyway, let me end with that surprise. You can find your keys. We're all looking for the keys, but you will only find them in a surprise. And you will only be surprised when you unwrap your expectations about life. First, you have to unwrap the package. What's it all tied up with ribbons of choices and expectations and plans. and fail-proof systems and backups. We back up the backup with the backup in order to not have a surprise. And suddenly, boop, surprise, and there you are. There you are. Thanks for dropping in.